Welcome to the first installment of Kayla Jean on her swing. Hopefully you heard me say my name correctly. Apparently I sometimes have a Midwestern drawl when I say it, and when I used to work somewhere where I answered the phone, I would say, "This is Kayla," and sometimes they would say, "Hi Carla, is Kayla there?" To which I would respond, "Yes, just a second," and then I would say, "This is Kayla," and I would try and say it much more clear, but hopefully this is me now, Kayla Jean on her swing. This is something new that we're starting with the blog. A few years ago, when I started the blog, my desire has been to be able just to be honest with either what the Lord is doing in my heart, things that I'm learning, or my heart of what I think people, that I feel like people need to hear, as well as just my life, whether that is mice in my basement that are wildly unwanted, or me accidentally dropping, / not dropping, but keys falling off of my lap into a storm sewer that my brother-in-law had to come rescue me from. So all those things, just me. And so hopefully this is just another way of me being real and honest and just peeling back another layer of what can easily be staged. And that is just kind of the nature of our life right now in the world that we live in with media, and we have redos and we can formulate things. And so this is just me on a swing in my backyard, peeling my hair out of my lipstick and just being me. Although, full disclosure, in an effort of being honest and real, I did change my coffee cup this morning. I was using a different one, but because of this, I changed it to my favorite Christmas one. So that was staged. This is my favorite Christmas cup. It's square and round at the same time. Can you see it? Anyway, so this first installment will be short, just as an intro. Here we are on my swing again. That hasn't changed. I'll always be on my swing, hopefully not rocking too much. We talked about me maybe sitting still because that would be easier to film, but that's silly to sit still on a swing. So I will swing slowly. Anyway, so Christmas, we're in Advent, and one of the things that's funny about Christmas as you get older and things change, traditions change. It's not that it's funny about Christmas, that was a bad transition. One of the things that is funny to me during Christmas time is how, as we get older, whether that's through marriage transitions and things change, or just as we get older, schedules change and you have to be flexible. And I'm super thankful. I just want to shout out to my family right now, an extended family, because my husband is a pastor, and so we have to be in town for Christmas Eve, and that's normally when we do my extended family Christmas, and we rotate Christmases every year, and we're supposed to be with them. But we need to be here for the Christmas Eve service, and then we will be actually doing Christmas with them the following weekend. And so I love when people are flexible, and I appreciate that. And so anyway, sometimes people can adapt to that really well. But one of the things that we have not figured out totally how to adapt to really well at Christmas is I grew up with presents unwrapped under the Christmas tree. And so we would come down the stairs on Christmas morning. Actually, we would sit on the steps with our eyes closed in a line, and my dad would lead us each individually. We'd we'd put our hands on his shoulders, and he would walk us in front of our stack of presents. He'd come back and get the next one of the three of us. I'm in the middle of three girls. And so we would get down that way. However, when we were younger, the rule was we couldn't get out of bed until we were 7. And our first house was a ranch, so there wasn't the stairs. And I can remember waking up really early, and my older sister and I shared a room. And we knew that we couldn't get up and go see the presents yet, and they're obviously sitting there in all of their glory. And that's my vote. I think it's fun when presents aren't wrapped, because it's like, oh, there's Christmas right there, all of it in all of its glory. And so you could walk in and see it, but you couldn't see it from our bedroom, and you also couldn't totally see it if you went down the hall to the bathroom, but you could see a little bit. And so, because we weren't rule breakers, but we were also very anxious about Christmas, I was the one, my older sister convinced me to do it. I'd run to the bathroom and I'd take a peek, and I would scout out what I could see, and I'd run back and report what I thought I saw. The funniest thing was one year I thought I saw a stoplight that was like this stoplight toy. Nope, it was a Santa that is actually sitting on my front porch now, made out of a fence post, because I used to collect Santa Clauses. Kind of still do. And so, stoplight Santa, not a real thing. But Christmas being unwrapped was also really fun. But I got married to someone who thinks that is just kind of a horrible thing. And so his vote has been wrapped presents, and so we've been wrapping presents. I mean, Santa wraps the presents for our children, and that's just the way it's done apparently at the North Pole. But But we laugh about it, and he obviously is still grateful for his unwrapped presents that we do when we do my family's tradition. But I just think those things are fun to kind of bicker about, but also have fun and vote for. So I'm curious, as we close out this tiny little session of the first Kayla Jean on her swing, would love for you to comment if you had wrapped, unwrapped, or maybe this was even the first time you've even heard of unwrapped. Apparently that's not maybe a big thing. So let me know, what's your vote? Unwrapped, wrapped presents, and why you think that way is best. Merry Christmas!